I got nothing to say, yeah, I'm just loving the way you're looking over here. Come over here and tell me your name. I can tell by the sound, yeah, when you open your mouth. I hear my new favorite melody, hey. We should both run away. Why do we ever stay in the first place? I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me, away from me, babe. I will wait a lifetime if you say you stay with me, babe. I can't shake the feeling when you face away from me, babe. I will wait a lifetime if you say you stay with me, babe.
Honestly, not even worried. Episode 21. We did it, boy.
You ready? Past the 20 mark.
Past the 20 mark. A lot of people say you can't get past 20. You know, the 20 hump is what they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And look at us, over the hump and up the hill and down the road we go.
Yeah.
Here at ya live, pre-recorded, is me, Nilo G, and I'm here with Blake Boots.
Hi there.
We did it, boy. Today we got a lot of stuff to talk about today. You know, I want to talk a lot about music.
Oh, I'm so down.
We do music. We're music people. We are really inundated with music, and we just don't really talk about it as much on this pod.
Mm-hmm.
So I put forth some music type polls on the Instagram, and that's going to be the brunt of it.
All we got.
I didn't print out any of the responses or anything, but I think I remember what I asked. I asked people if they were in a band, and you were in Sunburn and Satisfaction.
Yes, that was my was my first band.
I do remember that from an earlier pod. So can you run us through what that band was?
So originally we were called Bongo Generation because in our album pick, we were sitting on my friend's bed.
Yeah.
Two of us had bongos in our laps.
Yeah.
One had an incredible black guitar.
Oh, wow.
And the funny thing is, we did not use electric guitar on the songs. We did not use bongos on the songs.
It was all acoustic?
It was like all acoustic, sung into a Mac mic.
The truth is kept secret.
Internal microphone.
Bongo. It was all for the charade
What's
of
the
it.
truth, y'all?
Yeah, I mean, we made a couple $100 selling some CDs at school.
Oh my god, that's hustle.
Yeah, it was pretty dope.
It's hustlenomics.
I was definitely a mooch.
Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, I didn't really like write any of the stuff. I just sang on it. It's funny because that was before I started writing stuff, and all the people that I was around were so good at writing lyrics.
Oh my god, dude!
You listen to read the lyrics, and you're like, this is like some pretty deep shit for a sixth grader. You can. I
think about the shit as sometimes from a sixth grade is crazy. I can't imagine writing full songs in sixth grade that weren't. I think around sixth or seventh grade, I tried to start a band called Critical Condition.
Critical Condition.
Yeah.
That's a good band name.
Yeah. It was I photoshopped our own promo pics, very half-tone punk rock grunge kind of vibe.
Mm-hmm.
It was me and these two other kids. And I don't think we had any songs. I think we just fucking chilled and had a band.
Oh, yeah.
And played metal.
What was so your
No, it wasn't metal. It was punk or whatever.
Your vision for the band though was kind of more punk emo stuff.
I think at that time I was probably listening to a lot of Green Day, Good Charlotte, Simple Plan. So it's definitely a different side of the coin than Sunburn. Or Bongo.
The The SS. Oh, that's not good. That's a Nazi thing. Bongo BG.
Yeah, man.
But then
you were in Bongo?
I was in Bongo. We were in Bongo.
Damn. Bongo Gen?
Bongo Gen, yeah.
Damn.
We just did Donkey Kong covers.
I can't believe you were in Bong Gen, dude.
Pop form.
You were legends where I came from, dude.
Dude, we were gods in the cafe.
Yeah.
Tyria.
BG.
But that turned into Sunburn and Satisfaction because we realized we can't be called Bongo Generation. We don't even use any bongos in this shit.
That's so funny because that's one band name change where the band name got worse.
You feel like Sunburn and Satisfaction is worse?
Yeah. Bongo Generation at least is even if you don't play bongos, it could be passed off as The Cure, or it seems kind of sounds like a name Social Distortion kind of vibe.
Yeah.
You could be very I don't know, you could be very beatnik type cool dudes. And then you just change it to Sunburn and Satisfaction.
Do you like
sounds like you just got sucked bone dry at the beach.
And you're kind of satisfied?
Yeah.
It's you only get a satisfactory rating. You don't pass any further than that.
Mm-hmm.
You're sunburned too.
That's crazy. Well,
Yeah.
But then my band after that, after Critical Condition, was called Who's Really Winning?
See, I like that band name.
Who's Really Winning?
Yeah.
I didn't like it for so long.
Did you make it up?
No. My friend, it sounds like I would, but my friend Justin,
Who was that friend?
who is a real character, I got to call him back again on this pod.
Who was that friend?
But he came up with the name randomly. He named all of our songs a lot of the time, just really random phrases, just like they'd be like sentence fragments. And he just, I don't know where he came up with them, but I didn't like naming songs or naming the band. He was always like, okay, we'll call it that for now.
The old bookmark.
Yeah. We'll call it that for now, just for ideating and stuff, and we'll revisit it. We'll get a better name, and it stuck. We did a lot of stuff back then, man. We played. Our first show was in a church, the basement of a St. Marceline's church, where I went to Sunday school. After that, we went to IHOP. My friend got egged in the parking lot. We gave toasts in the IHOP, the dining room there, to a great show and to a bright future with the band. At that time, I don't know who was the singer. I was not. I think it might have been Nico was a singer. My friend
Who
Nico.
was that friend?
We recorded at this local dude's studio in Illinois. His name was Larry Kriz.
Kriz.
L&L Studios, and we would go in, and he had like this, his basement set up to be like a recording studio. We were so stoked because after we booked time with him and made our EP with him, we like wrote an EP and then went to the studio to track it. Like we had that this is how bands do it kind of mentality. I mean, this dude, to think back at it now, it'd be like if we were like, in our 50s and just getting into recording as a hobby and had like a studio in the basement. But we were so stoked because after we worked with him, he put our names up on his website.
Yeah.
As like bands I've worked with, bands I've recorded. All these local bands, and Who's Really Winning's up there. We had a couple songs. That Lone Backpacker Look Works Good For You was the name of a song. Lucky Number 7 was the name of a song.
That Lone Backpacker Look looks good for you?
That Lone Backpacker Look Works Good For You.
Works good for you.
I think it's from something, a movie or a TV show or something.
Walking Dead.
It's probably from The Simpsons or some shit.
Yeah.
The party was bumping.
That was kind of the thing. And then when I started to become a songwriter in my own right, doing pop punk, I never really became like a songwriter, but we changed our style a little bit. It went from very like indie, more kind of towards Weezer,
Okay.
to more towards like a Fall Out Boy, somewhere in between that. But we couldn't write songs even a fraction as good as Fall Out Boy. That's when I started to get into recording and stuff too.
It's kind of funny to look back because that was probably a huge deal recording with that guy.
Yeah.
Because that was still the time when
Shout out Larry Kriz.
everybody didn't have like a computer to record. Like now, you can do that stuff. You could make it happen here probably, minus the drums maybe.
Yeah.
But there, like at that time, like that was the way to do it.
It's crazy. Every kid makes beats now, and that like was just not a thing growing up. You had to be the guy, kind of the guy who was into more finding things out on your own to be like a producer at that stage. you know? Like there's this recording forum that's still around today. It's called gearsluts.com. It's sluts with a Z, and it's just been around for decades. And I used to just stalk that forum, just post after post, trying to figure out what I needed to start my own recording studio. The first thing I ever got was a mic. I think it was a Shure SM57, and then I got like a converter to plug it straight into like the 1/8 inch like mic jack on my mom's desktop computer.
Quality.
Yeah, it was so not quality. It was so janky. And then I got like a preamp. Like I thought it was like mic, preamp, computer. And then the preamp just fizzled out. It just like sparked up and just died one day.
Oh no.
And I know you guys all know what I'm talking about.
Preamps. Yeah, of course. The preamble. Well, they didn't have a lot of audio interfaces then, right?
No. I liked the recording and I liked playing the guitar. What did you lean towards any certain instruments at that time?
I was in vocal, so I sang.
Yeah.
That was my voice was my instrument.
That's pretty tight. That's
But,
pretty cool. Because you got into that. When did you start?
really like the 4th grade, because there was like a choir in the 4th grade, and I joined so I could go to Disney World.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So,
4th grade?
4th grade.
4th grade, you were like, la, 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 la,
Boom, boom, me, me.
Yeah.
I was singing for Mickey, dude. Yeah. And I did that until like 12th grade, so I was singing a lot. But
Damn. 4th grade to 12th grade?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
And I feel like I was passively doing it that whole time. I feel like there were only a couple of years where I was really actively paying attention and learning. because I was just so jaded with the whole vocal group. I was like, oh, this is so fucking
Dude, I know so many things I didn't like let myself get into because I was so jaded at the time.
Mm-hmm.
You would think you would have been way sicker, like JB level, if you had really paid attention.
I don't know if I'd ever be JB. JB's a god. At least I know my solfege.
Yeah,
At least I'd be able to like look at some staff and be like, oh, but I was never really too interested in that. I mean, I like it because I feel like we both sound pretty good on demos and just getting the point across, and I think that's what matters for us.
Yeah, exactly.
But to answer your question, I was pretty bad at instruments at that point. I knew how to play Blackbird, which I still only 3/4 of the way know how to play on guitar. I always stop like right at the...
It's just the verse. You just know the verse.
Yeah. And it sounds impressive. It's one of those songs that sounds like you're good at guitar when you play it.
Oh yeah. There's songs like you learn just to learn it, and then that's the one song you bust out when you're on that instrument.
Oh yeah.
Just to like for me it was the Rugrats theme on piano.
Oh, so good.
And for a while I had the beginning of The Entertainer. Shout out Scott Joplin.
Which one's that? No. Oh yeah. Classic.
Yeah, classic. And then guitar, it's like Blink-182 riffs and shit. I always like guitar, man. I think guitar I found my way to it. First of all, you see people doing it and you're like, that's cool as hell. And it's a very ADD instrument. You got your left hand pressing a bunch of buttons, fretting. You got your right hand just swinging, and they're working together. Sometimes you play one note at a time. Sometimes you play 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 notes at a time. You can do a chord. You can do a solo. You stop, hit the whammy bar a little bit. Woo,
yeah, woo. That's a really good point.
Your palm gets in there a little bit if you want to mute the notes. You know, you kind of, and then you could even just do tapping like with both hands on the fretboard for like little.
Yeah.
And then on top of that, bro, it's strapped to your body.
Yeah.
So you can stand up and you can literally dance and change location while you do it and sing. It's very, very ADD.
And you're getting your feet involved, too, if you got pedals.
Yes, if you have pedals, if you're playing electric guitar and you got a bunch of pedals and you got to time that, you're like a fucking madman.
Holy moly, dude. Yeah. I've never thought about guitar like that, but that's a very good point.
It's very ADD. I like drums, too, because it's kind of got that similar thing. You're doing multiple body parts, kind of, but it's stationary.
Yeah.
And I like that it's has less tonality to it, because I'm naturally kind of more... I sway more towards tone deaf than perfect pitch as my innate state. With drums, you don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, you don't
just
hear
get a sick beat.
J.K. Simmons going, not quite my tone.
Yeah. He's like, are your toms tuned to the key of the song? Drums are cool. They're. I wish I kept with drums. I think I would have been a really good drummer.
Still time, dude.
There is still time. And it's very aggressive. You can hit them hard, which is nice.
Be assertive.
Guitar and like all the other instruments, if you play them too hard, it's cool for certain genres, and other times it's just too heavy-handed. You know,
playing quietly is very difficult.
Yeah,
on a lot of instruments, piano, it's very hard to like continuously play quietly.
Yeah, it's so hard keys. To be like to play an instrument and it not be annoying.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes it's just like, why is it so grating when you play that instrument? Not you specifically. I like when you play.
Sure.
But when you're learning, you know, you're just like, no class. So drums is cool. Bass is kind of cool. It's kind of like guitar, but not enough. Unless you're fucking Thundercat doing some crazy free jazz shit. You know, you're usually playing one note at a time. Mm-hmm. Sometimes not even doing a real line. Sometimes you're just doom, 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 doom. My mind would go places. I'd be fucking playing video games in my head at that point if I had to do that.
Yeah, it'd definitely be tough to be like the bassist in the Strokes.
Yeah, because you'd just want to do so much more.
Yeah,
like how much can I squeeze in here? And they're just like, no, just fucking keep it simple.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no, the other parts got that.
Yeah,
don't worry about it.
I tried to do singing for a while, but like the only thing I could really do was kind of like sing very loudly. You know, I didn't have any like real emotive properties to my voice, except it would be like normal volume and then like screaming.
Yeah.
That was my bag of tricks at that point.
Which is good for the band you're in.
Yeah, which was good for the band that I was in. But we worked through a couple different singers. We had this dude Tyler, had the voice of an angel, wrote really good melodies, but just didn't mesh with the band eventually. Mm-hmm. Nico was cool. Who was that from? In junior year, senior year, I started maybe senior year, freshman year of college, I started a different band, Fire in the Sky. We were like more indie rock, more like Manchester Orchestra.
There we go.
Kind of like.
Really, I couldn't give two fucks.
Yeah,
that's my shit.
Things started to get real complex at that point. Those songs were cool. I'm not gonna lie. That if we had stuck to it and made like a good album and was able to market a package, it would have been cool. But
getting some diminished chords in there,
no, I didn't start doing that till like a few days ago.
Yeah, I heard you in here earlier.
Yeah, keys are cool. If you're playing piano, you got the feet involved. I like that. Yeah, you get all 10 digits involved. No members left behind. But all of it, if you think about it, dude, if you imagine a band that you think is cool and like you see them on stage and you're like, those guys are cool, and they're like dancing around or whatever, they're doing their fucking cool guitar guy move, acting all fucking sexy. If you strip away the sound and then you strip away the instruments and you just imagine them moving their bodies that way, they look insane.
But I mean, dude, that's for like everything though.
Yeah, but it's like, what else are you fucking just gyrating like?
Yeah.
And like, imagine the guy like,
the drummer
especially if you're like
face.
swinging around, you know?
Yeah.
It just looks like you guys just look like a bunch of tweakers, but we've somehow modified that to be extremely attractive.
That's a good point. Although I'm imagining somebody watching television.
Yeah.
And then you take away the television.
Oh, yeah, that's also
And
insane.
they're just
The context
sitting,
is
staring.
very important, but that's not as weird as a weird Tourette's type thing.
No, you're definitely right. The
Where you're
dancing.
Is the world insane?
The thing I like about music too is that it's that invisible art form. It's that intangible fucking music is just when air like starts to do some choreography around you, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You're just making the air kind of fluctuate and bubble in a way that makes you feel emotions, which is really weird. That's pretty much as close to like real magic as you can get.
Divine.
Yeah, that's very true. Yeah, I was thinking about that the other day because that you know that book Musicophilia?
Yeah.
Where the guy's on the cover and he's just like, what is that? He's like,
Yeah.
yeah, I was reading a couple things about that, and it's just crazy the things that music can do to people with like mental conditions and just all sorts of things. It's very healing.
And basic stuff too, like you could play like sine waves and do chords with it and you'll like make somebody feel some type of way.
Yeah,
you know? It's a very basic fundamental like waves of air and certain frequencies match up together to create like Western music that we know and love.
I swear I don't
so
know.
fucking weird.
And it's crazy to
That's the Lord.
that's God.
There you go.
Yeah, it's crazy to think that if you play with like a certain tone piano and like a certain chord set, I'm tearing up.
Yeah.
Like I'm tearing up like immediately.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy.
It just wrenches at the heart and it's just like this guy's just playing piano. That's it.
That's all we got.
But I wonder if like it'd be really interesting to be like, I want to play be in this exact situation. And I don't know if it's because I'm playing it that it's making me cry.
Yeah.
Or if I showed somebody else it, if they would cry. You know what I mean?
Yeah, totally. Usually the thing you feel kind of translates.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really a powerful thing, man.
It's quite cool. This shit
What do you miss live music at all?
I was thinking about this the other day. I was watching that performance of Kanye and Jay-Z in Paris doing their infamous Paris song 14 times in a row at that one concert.
Yeah.
And I was thinking back to that Kanye show we went to.
Oh,
and
yeah. I was just
was
talking about that.
It's like, man, I have not felt like that. I miss those kinds of concerts where you're like,
For sure.
I can't control the things I'm doing with my body right now.
Yeah. Dude, that shit was wild.
That shit crack.
That's just the energy to have. I don't know when they're going to have that many people in one space because Kanye's, stage was risen
Yeah.
enough to the point where there were people under the stage and it was like a party underneath and then a crowd around and then just filled the seats up to the top. So it just looked like a bowl of people.
Yeah, dude, that was unreal. Apparently, my buddy went to one of those shows when he was doing that stage in the air, and he said there were people like gambling underneath.
Yeah,
the stage.
They're literally just there to like listen to Kanye above and not watch him, but just hang out.
Yeah,
like a little party, like get drunk at the Kanye show. That's kind of tight to me.
So incredible. Man, there's very few, and I don't know if that's like just like the Nashville live scene. I'm not like a huge like rock show dude these days.
Yeah, man.
I love like electronic shows, like DJs and stuff, but I really think I only like DJs and like hip hop live shows
Dude,
nowadays.
honestly, I don't miss really going to see bands on a small medium level.
I'm just saying.
that aren't
much.
like as well known.
Yeah,
you like.
especially if they're not. If I don't know them, then I really don't want to go. you know?
Yeah.
Don't ask me. But yeah, I don't think I missed that. There's a lot of like.
Let me just say this.
Do you feel like there's like prototypical, like Nashville has very cliched sort of genres that people kind of navigate in? Like there's pockets of a certain style that you see all the time.
Like DIY, like indie rock.
Like, what do you mean?
As far as bands go, or just music in general?
As far just music, it can be bands, it can be artists, it could be singer-songwriter, but like I feel like there's certain genres people like put on almost like an outfit. For a couple of years ago, it's not as big now, but we were talking about this, like everybody was doing dark pop.
Yeah.
You would do pop music, but you'd like be like, but it's dark pop, so it's like different, you know?
Yeah.
And it's like these girls and guys that are like, it's like pop meets Evanescence, and all the songs were really brooding and really bad.
Yes, I was just gonna say, you mean the Evanescence pop that was going on? Yeah, totally.
Not to throw shade, but it's things like that. Like sometimes you're just like, what are you doing it? What are you doing it for? That's a big one I see a lot.
Yeah, still.
Yeah, still.
Yeah,
for sure. And Nashville, like I feel like Nashville doesn't have this as much, but like shoegazy bands. Something about going to those shows where they're just like kind of droning on and staring at their feet.
That felt like a very Chicago band type thing.
It's just and I'm like, why did I pay like $12 to come in here and watch you not like being here either?
Yeah. You're not having any fun.
Yeah.
Like, what's going on? Yeah, I think if I was to see a rock show or a band show, I would want to see somebody like upbeat, like actually moving. I don't want to see like the slow guitar. Yeah. Like very strange voice singing.
You know what I'm really glad
stuff.
we're not going to is writers rounds.
Oh yeah.
Anymore. I don't know if so people not in Nashville I don't think would know about this because I didn't know about it till we moved. But so many people here are trying to make it as a songwriter that they have these things at all the bars and all the venues are called writers rounds. And you get in and they'll put like 5 people on stage at a time with acoustic guitars and chairs, and they take turns playing songs. They'll be like, I'm Jeremy. This is my new track that funny story, I just wrote it a couple days ago, sitting next to my piano, and a little bird flew by the window, and it was red. So this song's called Red Bird.
He's listening about that
like,
red
bird. And then it goes on to the next person, and they're just like, oh my God, y'all, that was so good. When you came in on the harmonies, oh my God, I think you guys know this song. And then like they play their own song.
This one's called Yellow Bird.
This one's called Canary in a Coal Mine. There's just so many like, I don't know, I feel like cringy or, just inauthentic people playing writers rounds.
Yeah, man. I was watching a few videos of those, just people like doing their songs, and they're just like kind of singing along on Instagram to their songs, like while they play in the background, and it's just like had the old truck by the backstop with the forward drive and and they're like doing the like hands signs as the lyrics are coming, and it's just like very.
That's a genre that's like that's like kind of happening right now is like the bro country, but not bro country. Like we're kind of cooler bro country.
We're R&B bro country.
Yeah, like Morgan Wallen before all that, even though he's doing better than ever now. But
highest selling artist of the year.
Luke Combs, who has great songs where it's like, yeah, we're from Nashville, but we're young, and we listen to hip hop too. Oh my God, that a lot. How many white people like roll through and are like, I like rock, but I also love hip hop. I grew up on fucking Biggie. And you're like, okay, dude, you're the 20th person to say that.
So did all of us, dude.
Oh my God, so funny.
Yeah, man, I'm different. I like rap music too. It's like,
and then they talk about like the college they went to and what frat they were in, and you're like, okay, dude.
yeah.
Or like, there's a lot of, I feel like people trying to do like soulful music. These soulful whites that are coming through,
Soulful whites.
And the soulful whites are strong in Nashville. Like they'll like learn a couple of jazzy chords, and all of a sudden they're like, and they're trying to do like a little fucking
I feel triggered.
yeah, and they're trying to do like their own little, they're like snaps, like they're almost like inviting people to sing like they're in a fucking choir, and then you find out they're like in finance or some shit.
They're in the money market.
That's so appropriating. Or it's just like, it's just a fad right now to be like bluesy and do runs. You make one song where you do that, and then you just put it on Instagram, and you're like, yes, that is me.
I feel like that's been a fad for, like, it's been strong for like 7 years.
Yeah.
We've been encountering that randomly, and it's always...
What, the Soulful Whites?
Yeah, the Soulful Whites. I feel like it happens, and then we like goof on it, and then like it's silence for a little bit. And we're like, maybe the Soulful Whites are gone. And then
they're
sure
back.
enough, a couple months later, somebody's like, you want to hear the song I wrote? And they're like, hey, and you're like, oh, fuck.
And they're always
They're
like,
back.
I was like, oh, I was so lucky, my parents were able to pay for college and let me explore creativity on the side. And then like, you find out they're absolutely loaded.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Parents are still putting money in the bank account.
Da, 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 You came into my house.
We've really just gone over every genre in Nashville. I think.
Man. Shout out to the Soulful Whites. No
Soulful
shade. We should start that band.
The Soulful Whites. Wonder how long we would probably get a lot of news coverage.
Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
You'd have to be the lead singer.
That's the modern day equivalent to like being in like the late 90s, early 2000s, and saying you want to be Jason Mraz.
Oh yeah, dude.
So you write one Jason Mraz-esque song.
Get that ukulele.
Yeah. Or you want to be like Nora Jones or something, I don't know if that's the Jason Mraz analogy was fine.
No, Nora Jones is the precursor to Jason Mraz, I think.
For sure.
Yeah.
So guys, if you see somebody up there being all soulful, just think, want to be Jason Mraz, modern times. All the cool people make beats, so...
Yeah. We're all doing Kenny Beats beat battles.
Yeah.
That's what the cool kids do these days. Mm-hmm. We start YouTube channels and we show our process.
I know.
Which we should do.
I think we should. I think the misinformation about like producing is still like rampant.
The truth is kept
Dude,
secret.
I mean,
People don't really know how much goes into it.
It's swept under the rug.
There is a lot. I mean, it's kind of cool now though that like disclosure is showing all their projects on.
Yeah.
It's like awesome to be alive
It is.
in this environment where
To see everybody's process and shit.
yeah, dude.
It kind of just confirms that you can do it however way you want to.
Oh yeah.
Like there's so many ways. Music City, baby.
Music City.
We're here.
Yeah, it'll be interesting once everything's over if there is a new kind of wave of stuff that comes out. I mean,
I know.
I think people are still fucking doing these writers rounds though.
Yeah.
I don't think they've stopped.
By the way,
honestly.
okay, how many people do you think, this is just my like throwing shade episode. I'm on one. And it's not even that bad.
Play some Sade, he's throwing shade.
How many people do you think, you know those people who are always perpetually like, back to work on my EP. This puppy has been in the kitchen for 3.5 years. Good to revisit it and pick it back up and dust it off and really, start piecing it together. And then the thing just never comes out.
And that's what they work on. Oh, that's what they're constantly working on.
That's the thing, is I'm working on my album. Mm-hmm. And then how many of those people do you think, once the pandemic started, now it's been a year in, still haven't made that album?
Oh my God, dude. And are just still making those announcements?
Yeah, when shit hit the fan and you were left with just you and your ability to make that album, they didn't.
Yeah. Probably quite a few.
Probably quite a few. Come on, guys.
Just put it out.
Do it because you like it. Mm-hmm. Don't do it for the promo pics. Don't do it because, because you're going to get that pussy. But it's a great reason to.
It is.
It works.
Well, I was watching Man Seeking Woman.
Oh, dude, I was just watching that too.
They were talking about they were just like on one person was on a rant and it was like, you're gonna date that producer that says he's a producer but never puts out any, but you look him up and he hasn't put any music out.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, damn.
I was like, was that about music producers or film producers?
Yeah.
Like, oh my god, shit.
I was like, was that about me? I feel like we have so many songs at this point that we're not just working on the same like 3 songs. It's like, oh no, we've got
dozens and dozens and dozens.
Yeah, they keep growing.
And some are coming out soon, actually. So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's so weird for people to, for example, I think Phoebe Bridgers is doing a great thing. Mm-hmm. Like her music rocks, and it's like that cool indie that you would really gravitate to in college. That was very Bright Eyes, but a modern version of it.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
she does it well, and you know she's a good like songwriter. And then there's just a whole sea of other people for every one Phoebe Bridgers. There's like 100,000 people whose, if I was at their show, I'd be like, get me out of here.
Yeah, dude. Well, is that a melody thing? Because I feel like Phoebe Bridgers has like such good melodies.
I think it's a melody thing, and I think it's
on
like, yeah, don't meander, don't stray too far from the point of this story here. You know?
Yeah.
I feel like I go to a lot of Nashville things, and I'm like, they focus so much on trying to cram so many lyrics in here that there's no thread carrying it. You know?
Yes. Yeah. I was reading this book about lyric writing, and God, man, it is just, it's like, it is so heady.
Yes.
It's very unapproachable. Like, I've been reading it, and the exercises are like unreal.
Really? Like, in terms of, you have to use your imagination, or just like theory, more science, more like picking it apart?
It's like, yeah, basically like a scientific approach to writing lyrics.
Yeah.
But it's almost like it's not for pop music. It's for like heady folk music.
Yeah.
That's just like, I can't even understand it. Like, it's like, here's how to write lyrics that no one will understand. And I'm reading it, and I was like, I really wanted to get into the flow of reading it and getting it down. But I was like, man, I don't want to, there are a couple good tips in there for like writing out like analogies and metaphors and like interesting descriptive adjectives.
Yeah.
But it's just too heady. Like, it's just like, I feel like this isn't the thing that's going to make me a better lyricist.
No. I don't think so. I know that book, and I know that a lot of people will reference that book, but I feel like the thing that makes you a good lyricist is like listening to music of like a lot of people who do great lyrics. Yeah. And just thinking about it, you know?
Because, okay, so for example, one of the things in there he says is like, nobody wants to hear, they're going to break my heart. Like, everybody talks about break my heart. Like, what about blah, blah, blah? Like, replace it with blah, blah, blah. And then I'm listening to Dua Lipa, and I'm like, are you fucking
song's
kidding?
Literally called Break My Heart.
Yeah, and it's a smash, and I would listen to it on loop because I can actually like palate it and understand it.
Yeah, there's always new ways to do a turn of phrase like that, to do something, to do an old idea a new way. That's what's really great about pop music. We'll do a separate pod that's just all about, you know, the good things about pop, because I feel like it's still misread. Pop isn't cool unless we deem it's cool. You know, there's like certain, Dua Lipa is cool. You know,
I think if you were to, I think a lot of the bad rep for pop music comes from other, like, people around people. Yeah. Like, I feel like the vast majority of people, if you showed them pop music in a vacuum, they would be like, what is this? This is so good.
I mean, it's literally the most, like, you get the best songwriters in the world, the best producers in the world, the best lyricists in the world, the best vocal performers in the world, with the highest budgets and with the best mixing and mastering engineers in the world. It's good.
It's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes they have all that and it's bad. But a lot of times it's great, and there's so much to it.
I think it's just easy to shit on it because people it's just easy to shit on things. Yeah. So people shit on it. For sure. But it's like that Key and Peele.
We're all guilty of it.
Yeah. You know, it's awkward. Because they don't have anything to add to it. You know, they can't make it themselves. I remember.
Right. That's the default position for if you don't know whether or not it's kosher or cool to like the thing, you just go, no.
Yeah.
And I do that too.
Yeah. And I've definitely, I feel like before college, I probably listened to some Katy Perry, and I was like, easy. Like, this song, like, it's so simple. Like, I could totally do it.
I think about that a lot. I think about how people are like, will really be like, throw it back to like NSYNC and Britney Spears and that stuff. And then you wonder if they were in their like 20s when that came out, would they have liked it, or would they have been like, what is this bullshit on the radio? You know?
Yeah.
And now they're like, it has a nostalgic value. But, you know, whatever the pop music scene, popular music is at the time, that's what we're gonna be nostalgic for 20 years from now. And that's like a snapshot into the era, which is also very cool.
It is kind of nuts to realize, what's 20 years ago, because that's what we're nostalgic for. What was 20 years ago right now? 2000. That was Backstreet Boys and NSYNC, right?
Yeah.
Damn, dude, that is nuts. So in like 2006, it's going to be like, man, Jack Johnson.
Yeah. And in 2040, it's going to be like, dude, remember fucking Old Town Road? Yeah, that's going to be crazy, you know?
Oh my God, dude, yeah.
And so like if a banger like Old Town Road comes out and you just don't appreciate it at all, you're just missing out on what's gonna be a snapshot of culture 40 years from now.
Yeah. The 2020 night at club blah blah blah.
Yeah. 2020 party at fucking the fucking floppy disk club. Everybody's data at that point. We're all zipping around as robots.
We're at home just plugging in to get there.
But all that to say, I am excited sort of to have sessions again. That'd be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Have people over, collaborate, really sort of open up their mind. I like that aspect of it.
It is a nice way to. I feel like I've just written a lot of stuff alone, or like worked on stuff alone, and it's really not the same as when you have somebody else helping with melody ideas and lyrics.
It really is. Get these vaccines out so we can fucking do that shit, bro.
Yeah, I'm hoping that we might have a vaccine plug tomorrow. We'll see.
We'll see, man. We'll see as that comes together. I wonder if I can pull up here like a really old song so you just know what the fuck we were up to,
Yeah. I'm thinking hopefully by the summertime.
Okay. Oh, so this is our EP.
This
is the EP we made. First EP Who's Really Winning. And we recorded this at L&L Studios. Shout out Larry Kriz in Illinois. I hope he's still alive, honestly.
I hope he's dead.
Yeah. And we have this 4 he's just old. And we have these 4 tracks on there. The first one, the EP is called Featuring the Kids.
Oh, okay.
So it was Who's Really Winning, and the EP was called Featuring the Kids.
Were you guys the kids?
I guess we were. The first song is That Lone Backpacker Look Works Good For You. Gonna play a snippet here in 3, 2, 1. Hear that riff? That's Rudy on that. King of Graphics on that riff all day.
Good tone.
Here we find ourselves once again.
Is that you?
No, that's Nico.
Once more we pretend that what we have isn't much at all.
Not much.
Oh, no, it isn't much.
Let's go.
What we may say about
Jump. Oh, bro, and then Justin absolutely taking the bass out to lunch. He does like chromatic scales. Oh wow! Back up. We're like, that's one of those ideas you would put forth, and we'd be like, okay, yeah. That's the most interesting part of the song.
It is. That's what I was catching my ear to.
This is track 2, baby. Promises. I think I wrote this one. I think I wrote the beginning of this one.
It's a good riff. He's doing it again, kind of with the bass. Do.
I bet that you wouldn't make it on your own for more than a week, but I'll stay. Remember.
Come on, Larry, could you tune us up?
Yeah, really. Get some auto tune on there, Larry.
Get the vocals in the key.
Where's Wave's tune?
Promises, baby.
Woo! You need that dude that was on that Friday song.
Yeah,
that
I just
random rapper.
Yeah,
like that was on there. That would just be like,
fuck!
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we go riding through the. I don't know.
My God, I love that. I love that when they do a pop song like that, and then they just have to throw in a verse, and it's just somebody you've never heard of doing the most generic verse. I'm like, did they just fucking hire this guy off Craigslist?
It's Larry Kriz on the verse.
Okay, track number 3, Lucky Number 10. Spicy. Damn, Larry. Why is there so much reverb on the guitar? Oh. Oh my God, dude, that's sad.
Come on, Larry, fix that timing a little bit.
Number 4, the final track on the EP. I Never Lied.
little verb on that snare, dude.
Oh yeah. Little drone. Wow.
Dude, that title, if you were a true Midwestern band, it would have been like, I never lied, ... Okay, maybe, but just once.
I know.
Or something like that.
Well, the first song was called Trying to Be Myself, in parentheses, on the days that I'm not me.
Okay.
Now that's Midwestern.
There you go.
Wait, actually, that's a different song I haven't brought up yet, I think. And then we kind of evolved the sound, like we said. You know?
Is this you
A little more
recording?
pop punk. No, this is my friend Joe. Who was like, there was like two of us, there was like two people who recorded bands back in the day, me and Joe. And he was like so much better than me. So we went to his studio for this one.
Does he still do it?
Yeah. We got a little bit better with the writing.
Yeah, it's okay.
Let's go. Y'all at home jamming out? Best song you ever heard? Trying to be myself, baby. Sometimes it's hard. Oh my god.
Wow, a little micro chord
Yes,
or whatever.
and that's what ended up being the vocal melody. So I'm here. I'm going to play it with the vocals. I'm skipping ahead here.
Freedom lies ahead, our burden must be shed.
This is our boy Tyler.
And done, echoes for years to come. We will not back down, our struggle shakes the ground. Hand in hand we fight, for this must be set right. Over and over, kiss your four-leaf clover. With one chance to blow, you can't let go. Over and
Only needed to do this part one time. Didn't have to repeat it, I don't think.
with one chance to blow, you can't let go.
Let's go!
We must charge the line and let them know it's time, and let them know it's time to set this right. We have made our choice, and we'll provide the beats.
Provide the beats.
Yeah, we'll provide the beats if you'll provide the voice.
If you provide the voice, baby, let's break it down.
The boys?
Yeah, the voice.
Oh, the voice.
Those are good melodies.
Yeah.
Tyler wrote some good melodies back then, dude.
It's got to be careful though. Those
Let's skip ahead to the breakdown.
got a little.
You'll provide the voice.
Oh yeah.
Oh, scream up, baby. I'll have Rudy overlay a bunch of like studio footage over this part to make it more interesting. You guys remember bro chants? We called them bro chants. We also called gang vocals, where people would just you get like 5 or 6 of your friends up to the mic and do like a yeah, you know, and that was the move. I'll just play the intro to this one. This one's called "Happy Birthday, Kyle. We're disappointed in you."
Kind of a little strokey.
Little strokes,
Yeah.
rip.
Like today's strokes. You guys were ahead of your time.
I know. If the rhythm guitar was a little tighter
Yeah.
and not as much crash cymbal. Oh, it's tight.
Yeah. I think I have a bongo generation file for you.
Dude, well, let's drop that in.
You can drop in.
I'm trying to find the fucking. Oh no. No, I can't. I didn't come prepared for this episode, but the band I started after that band, total shift, total change in sound.
The fire in the sky.
Fire in the Sky, yeah. And
little Game of Thrones reference.
So now I see these Nashville guys trying to start a band, an indie band. I'm like, well, been there, done that, boy.
I've carried the drums in. I've done it all.
Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. So glad I'm not loading up.
I used to get like really drunk at shows and then like try to hang out with the bands afterwards and help them load their cars up. So like in Chicago, I did that a few times.
Really?
Yeah.
You're trying to do like Freddie Mercury in the back of the parking lot? You guys need another member?
Seems like your singer's quitting.
I've got 2 extra molars for extra range.
I can pick up a lot of crash cymbals with my teeth. Yeah, dude. I just really they were probably more like mid-level bands that were playing like mid-level venues.
It'd be like the headliners of the shows that we could potentially play at that age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, maybe more than that. I mean, it was in college that I was doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, mid-level, so that would be like what bands were popping back then? It'd be like the Matches or something.
Yeah, they got like a nice Bandcamp following.
Yeah.
Not big on Spotify, but their Bandcamp numbers are good.
Yeah. And so would you ever like try to get like their set list and their and grab a guitar pick?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, definitely, dude.
That's crazy.
I snapped a couple vids with them where I'd be like, hey, say hi to my blah, 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 blah. Like, I'm really drunk and I'm just trying to get them to, like, say hi to certain people on video. I have, like, a video.
With who?
Just, like, the bands. Like, I would, maybe, like, the guitarist was being really nice to me and I'd just be, like, wasted talking to them. And just videos I could not rewatch today because I'm just too plastered.
Just too absolutely fucking blasted.
Got a video of me, or a picture of me with the dude from Local Natives in the bathroom.
No way. Dude, you were fucking
like,
out there.
I'm, like, all sweaty.
Yeah.
And
did you ever get
really
with Arctic Monkeys or anything?
Oh my, no,
picture with
man,
them?
I wish.
You would have died, huh?
Yeah, I couldn't even have been around.
Damn. That's something. Oh my god, I tried to look up Fire in the Sky Elk Grove for like a show we played, and it's just the town of Elk Grove on fire.
Jeez. That was last year.
Oh wow.
That might have been part of that huge ass fire last year.
So yeah, man, there's something.
Fire in the sky. That's how he would do it.
Is that Ozzy?
That's Ozzy.
That's cool. What comes next? Is that like Sabbath era Ozzy?
That makes me think of the Ozzy that was seeing what band wanted to like play his festival that he made on that show on VH1 or whatever.
Oh,
where they would have those like hard rock bands that were trying out for his festival. It's like Ozfest or something.
Yes,
that was probably that era Ozzy.
You remember this show on there where they tried to form a super band? It was like, and then there was like one scene where there's like, what if it's like it's like Bret Michaels or something, and he's like, what if our band name was Fist?
Oh no!
Super.
Was he the like lead singer? Was he gonna be the lead singer?
Supergroup was a TV series.
Good, well named.
Yes.
Damn. Oh, I thought it said seasons. Episode 7.
Supergroup was a 2006 reality TV show on VH1 that followed 5 well-known hard rock and heavy metal musicians over a 12-day period, during which they lived together in a Las Vegas mansion owned by Nico Santucci in order to create, plan, and perform a live show together. 12 days. The show, which aired in 7 segments, starred band members Sebastian Bach, who was in
Skid Row.
Jason Bonham.
Oh, wow.
Who is Jason Bonham?
He's John Bonham's son from Led Zeppelin.
Oh, wow. The real stars. Scott Ian.
He seems like good dude.
He's from Anthrax.
He's always on VH1, or he was always a talking head on VH1.
He's always a talking head on VH1. I love the whatever. He's doing it. Evan Seinfeld. Who the fuck is that? Biohazard? Yeah, this show was a hit, huh? And he was like, what if we called it Fist? See, the name Fist was also suggested by Sebastian Bach, saying that it means the 5 of them coming together like fingers forming a fist.
Wow. Don't forget Ted Nugent.
Eventually, Sebastian and Ted agreed they had grown to dislike the name Fist.
Yeah.
Another name that was suggested was Raw Dog.
Nice.
Then flipped around to God War by Evan Seinfeld, to which Bach replied that he did not want a band name that he had to think about. Ted Nugent suggested the name Hunting Deer with a Bow and Arrow.
Jesus.
Oh my god.
That's a lot of personalities in one band, man. Like I feel like all those people are lead singer level type people, and that would never work.
I know. Sebastian Bach was bringing in the good band names, honestly. He suggested the name Savage Animal.
That's good.
He liked it because it rolled off the tongue. That's why I like it too. It rolls off the tongue. Savage Animal. Like, oh, you hear that new Savage Animal? You hear that new Fist? That's nice.
I feel like there's a couple Savage band names though, right?
Savage Garden.
Maybe that's it. I remember like watching those VH1 like the docs about like Pantera and Skid Row and all the like Motley Crue, and just getting super bummed out every time I watched them because they're
also like faded.
It was always the same trajectory, and then like It's like, and then they got into drugs, and
Yep.
now they are in rehab right now.
Yeah.
They've been in and out of rehab like 8 times.
Yeah.
God damn.
And they
Every
always
single
look
one of these
so
bands.
tortured.
Fist. What if we made it fist?
What if we did the Soulful Whites?
We're back, baby.
We're back, baby, with the Soulful Whites.
Soulful Whites. This show makes me think of that Cartel show where they got in that Mountain Dew bubble.
What? Oh,
For their third record, they were supposed to write an album in the bubble. It was like called Band in the Bubble, and they couldn't leave until they wrote an album, and it was Cartel.
did they do it?
I don't know.
Band in the
I don't
Bubble.
think it was a very good record. I think they may have written one, but
Yeah, I didn't know Cartel had that much heat on them that they would get a show even.
I mean, I think that song, honestly, I think that really blew up, dude.
Yeah, back then you have one song as a fucking band, and you got a show round the clock live broadcasting.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you could anytime you could go on the internet and watch what they were doing.
That's cool. That's pretty cool. Big Brother.
That's ahead of its time for sure.
That's out of its time. They have sites now where people just do that. They 24-hour stream their rooms in their house.
really
You can just go check out cameras from different rooms in their house and just switch between them whenever you want.
wow. There's a show about this Japanese dude who gets like stuck in a room
Mm-hmm.
for like I want to say he was in this room for like years,
Really?
and they videoed it, or it was like a year. It was like a big deal, and then he like finally gets out. It was like a game show. It was very dark.
Oh my God. That's very Japanese.
Yeah. So it kind of makes me think of that because
Yeah.
Japan is just always ahead of.
They're always
everything.
doing something crazy like that. They invented the whole battle royale thing,
battle. Oh, wait. What do you mean?
Well, they had this movie called Battle Royale, and it was like, do you know about this?
Mm-mm.
It was like a groundbreaking movie for the time, a groundbreaking film. It was about this like group of students. There's 100 kids, and they're like in a class, and then all of a sudden there's like a thing, and they close off all the whatever perimeter to the school, and you have to do a battle royale. 99 people have to die, and one person survives.
Jeez.
And then they fucking go into that whole thing, and then you see things like The Platform now, or like Warzone.
Yeah, that concept, dude.
Yeah. They were way ahead of that time, and it was super violent. I don't know if I ever watched. I did watch the whole thing, but
Now that you said that, it does sound a little bit familiar.
yeah, Battle Royale.
Oh
And
yeah,
in 1999 it came out.
Last Man Standing.
We did Battle of the Bands Royale a couple of times.
Killed
Trying to
every other
segue.
band, dude.
Yeah, absolutely murdered every other band. Should we try to sing a song or something? I don't know. We did a lot of music.
You got any melody in your bones right now? I'm just kidding.
We can do a Soulful Whites.
Darling, I saw you from the window, leaving out the home down. I wish you would have stayed. Yeah. And everything we do, we do it for the love. I don't know you wanna leave this house. You're leaving, try and get wavy. I see it go and get hazy. Come on. I'm gonna get lazy. My baby, baby. I reserve a special spot for you. It's a special thing that we should do. We should take it out on the dance floor. Make it, baby, I'll show you who to dance for.
That's kind of more funky though. This is kind of good.
Oh, yeah.
This is very Soulful Whites.
They get that too.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
Soulful Whites.
Yeah.
Shout out, man. We're working on our EP.
It's way more runs.
3.5 years in the making, baby. Yeah, way more runs, but
Yeah.
like I can't hit those runs right now.
Yeah, it's really hard.
With no fucking. You want me to hit those runs a cappella?
Let's just play every session we've had where somebody's done a run.
Yeah. Shout out, the Soulful Whites reporting for duty.
We
That
out
being
here.
said, a great pod is in the books. Episode number 21. Make sure you guys support us. Please just show a friend. Let's just grow this pod. Let's fucking do it. We deserve it. Get it out there. It's a great show. You want to keep consuming this incredible show? Show it to a friend. Give us a reason to keep giving you this shit.
We need more souls.
We need more souls. We need more cult members. It's not a cult though. So yeah, go check us out on Patreon, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Discord. Honestly, not even worried.com. Clubhouse. Oh yeah, and this is our hit song. Stay with me.
Let it ride.
Bye.
Bye.
I got nothing to say, yeah, I'm just loving the way you're looking over here. Come over here and tell me your name. I can tell by the sound, yeah, when you open your mouth. I hear my new favorite melody, hey. We should both run away. Why do we ever stay?